All right, a little late on this one here, but it still needs to be discussed regardless. Game 3 of Giants-Angels. The Giants are up 4-1 in the ninth inning. Ryan Walker in to shut the game down. He's facing Angels hitter Mike Trout. First pitch, 94 miles an hour, misses inside. Wasn't really close at all. Trout versus Walker. Here's the second pitch. Sinker right down the heart of the plate. Still a good pitch regardless, 1-1 count. Pitch number 3. Good sinker, kind of up. Still hits the strike zone. It's strike 2. 1-2 on Mike Trout. Mike Trout calls time. Home plate umpire Laz Diaz, who impacted this game in a very big way, by the way. Allows Mike Trout to take the time out there. 1-2 count on Angels hitter Mike Trout. Slider misses badly, way out of the zone. Counts now 2-2. Walker versus Trout doesn't really get better than that. Solid pitch from Walker. Could have called it. Not the greatest frame job by Sam Huff. But it doesn't matter. It's 3-2. Wasn't in the strike zone. 3-2 pitch to Trout. It's a slider, and it's in the strike zone, but he doesn't get the call. I mean, it wasn't a terrible frame job by Huff. He just missed up with that slider. I don't think he wanted it there, but regardless, it was a strike, and he doesn't get the call. So, Mike Trout, good speed on first. Leadoff runner's on base. But it's not that big of a deal. Walker's a good closer. He can work his way out of this. He's done this before. Second batter of the inning, it's Angels 4-hitter Jorge Soler, former Giant, by the way, who hasn't got a hit on the day, and Walker misses badly with that first pitch. Second pitch of the AB from Mr. Ryan Walker, and it's a good sinker on the outer half of the plate to Jorge Soler, who does have the power to make it a 4-3 ball game. 1-1 count to Jorge. It's right down the middle, and Jorge slaps it into the gap. It's going to be a single for Soler. Jung-Hoo Lee throws it in, and the Angels have runners on first and second to start the bottom of the ninth. Good start for the Angels. For the Giants and Ryan Walker, not so much. But, like I said, Ryan Walker hasn't blown a save yet as the Giants closer. No reason to believe he can't get out of this. I mean, Giants fans are used to these crazy ninth innings with Brian Wilson, Camilo Doval, and really just whoever the closer usually is for the Giants. So, third batter of the inning, it's the Angels 5-hitter Noah Shanwell. I hope I'm saying that right. Good pitch from Walker, sinker on the outer half of the plate. I'm just going to call him Nolan because I have no idea how to pronounce his last name. Second pitch of the AB. It's a sinker, same spot. A little more outside. 95 miles an hour. It's a 0-2 count. Walker's ahead of another hitter. Let's see if he can put him away this time. Slider misses. It's low. 1-2 count to Nolan. It's a sinker. Perfect pitch. Couldn't place it any better than that. Strikes him out looking. And that is the first out of the inning for Ryan Walker. So now he just needs to get a double play. And the Giants exit this road trip 6-4. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's got to face Logan O'Hoppe. And he still only has one out. Up 3, you don't necessarily need O'Hoppe to ground into a double play, but it would be nice. Slider misses way off the plate. Terrible pitch. 1-0 count to Logan. Sinker, overthrows it again. It's 2-0 count to Logan O'Hoppe, who definitely has the power to tie this game, and he gets a single in the hole between Adames and Chapman, and that is very hard to do, by the way. Chapman dives for it, but he doesn't get it, and now the bases are loaded. Ryan Walker has put himself in a bad position, but like I said, hasn't blown a save. I say you leave him in there, give him the opportunity to do so. He hasn't given you a reason to not trust him, so I understand leaving him in the game right here. But pitching coach JP Martinez comes out, infield comes in, everybody's talking. What about? I'm not sure. I have no guesses. But he will be facing Zach Neto, who already has a homer on the day. Probably just giving him the scouting report for Zach Neto because you have nowhere to put him. The bases are loaded. But if you do decide to take Ryan Walker out, your option would be Lou Trevino. Why? Because Bob Melvin loves Lou Trevino for some reason. I wouldn't have put him in the bullpen in this situation, but it's the option that we are faced with. So that's going to come up later in this little breakdown. First pitch since that mound visit, and it's a good sinker down in the zone at 97 miles an hour. He's looking for that ground ball double play to get him out of the inning and get this game over with. Get the boys out of here with the win and head back home to Oracle. Good pitch. It's 0-1 to Zach Neto. Second pitch of the AB. It's a sinker inside. Released it a little early, but nevertheless, it's a 1-1 count to Zach Neto with the bases loaded. Another sinker. Inside half of the zone. Gets it in for a strike. It's a 1-2 count to Zach Neto. Ryan Walker licking his chops. I should once again mention that the bases are loaded, which I'm sure you all know by now, but Ryan Walker does not as he hits Zach Neto, and the runner from third scores. It's an RBI for Zach Neto, and it's a 2-run lead for the Giants. You can't do that. You cannot hit a batter with the bases loaded. So he hit Zach Neto, and that makes it a 4-2 ball game. Mike Trout scores, and former top prospect Joe Adell is up to the plate. And this is kind of the question from yesterday's game. This is kind of the debate from yesterday. Do you leave Ryan Walker in after he hits a batter and that allows the runner from third to score? I think the argument is he hasn't blown a save in his career, so let him stay in the game. But who would your option be if you decide to take him out? Your option would be Lou Trevino. So do you take out Ryan Walker right there for Lou Trevino? I think it's a no, but people were mad at Melvin for not doing that yesterday. But anyways, it's a 1-1 count to Joe Adell. Pitch, it's a sinker on the outer half of the plate, and he gets it in there for a strike. Good pitch by Ryan Walker. It's a 1-2 count with the bases loaded. Pitching for the strikeout. It's a sinker up in the zone, and Joe Adell just fouls that ball off. Count stays at 1-2. Ryan Walker pitches, and it's a slider. Kind of hangs it a little bit, and Joe Adell drives it to left field. Elliot Ramos, good speed out there. He picks it up. He throws it into the cutoff man, Willie Adames. Willie throws it on a line to Sam Huff, but it's just not in time. And the Angels walk it off on Easter, and they win the series, and the Giants go 5-5 on the road trip. And Ryan Walker blows his first save of his career. Everybody stayed on the field as they reviewed this call, but it really wasn't that close. You just have to review it. And the Angels win 5-4, and Ryan Walker blows the save. Just an absolute terrible way to end the road trip after what was actually a very good road trip. You go into New York, you take 2 out of 3. You go into Philly, you take 2 out of 4, even though that last game they didn't really play their starters. But you could have left 6-4, but you're 5-5 against 3 really good teams. The Angels are actually off to a really good start this year. And I think if you said before the road trip you'll finish 5-5, I think most of us would have taken that. But it just sucks how they lost this game the way they did. And Las Diaz announces the call, and the crowd goes wild for their favorite Angel, Las Diaz.